I'm a reenactor, the 12th century reenactor. I ended up getting into this period of reenacting through a society at the uni. It's really interesting. It's predominantly a combat reenacting group. This is one of my arrows. I have my long knife. This is my eating knife, and a frog here. This would have either been used for a mace or an axe. I have my gamson to defend you against slashing attacks. A helmet of any type. This is a skull cap. It's actually more for the peasants because it's slightly cheaper, but we also do the church side of the period as well. I've got a cross here, which is one of the few things that a knight would have actually have worn. It's to show that firstly they're rich enough to afford something like this, and also to show that they're pious Christians. Most people would have been pious Christians, and even if you weren't, you had to pretend that you were. The combat side's really fun because we actually do combat as they would have. So basically we have the two sides line up in front of each other. Then we do various charges, but we use the weapons as they would have been. Not many people actually use swords, which surprises a lot of people because at the time swords were very expensive. So most of us use knives and spears. We occasionally do regionals or interregionals, which are various different groups from around the country come in one place to train. I've been to one 2 weeks ago at Whittington, which was a really big one. The regions involved were Lancashire, the Midlands and Wales, and bearing in mind Lancashire and the Midlands are the biggest regions that we have. This is Sam's basement. This is where we haft our weapons, which is put the metal heads of, for example, a spear onto the wooden bit. We also make our shields down here, which you can see in the corner where making them there. Basically what we do is glue two bits of plywood together, then put them on the shield rack, then tighten it up so then the shields get curved. Then we cut them to size and shape and paint them, cover them in canvas, paint them and strap them.
Alright, cool. This is a standard spar between two combatants. We will be fighting to two hits each. So Callum has 2 hits, and I myself have 2 hits. The first one to take 2 loses. Okay, you ready? We'll leave showcons out for now. Just accept the hits and make it obvious. Sound good?
In training. He's gone pale. Lazy.
Okay.
Callum, more aggressive. Remember, it's a proper slap.
A lot of people really don't know about it, but it's such an interesting point in our history. The Empress Matilda was in line to take the throne. However, the various lords decided that her cousin, King Stephen, was going to become king, and naturally the Empress Matilda didn't like that, so there was a civil war, which resulted in Stephen retaining being king. However, Matilda's son would become king once Stephen died. There's one thing that we're really not allowed, which is just after our time period, which are kettle helmets, which are very popular, especially among reenactors. However, in our period, they're just after that, so we're not allowed to use them, and it frustrates a lot of people. It's basically the stereotypical English helmet. It's a wide-brimmed helmet, and it wasn't just exclusively an English helmet, but you can arguably trace the development of it up until the Second World War British helmets.